Hey guys, welcome back to Unpopular Opinion. I'm Will.
I'm Danny.
And today we are talking about
Game of Thrones.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage, Peter Dinklage,
Pretty
Peter
stupid,
Dinklage.
pretty stupid,
Danny, I will
pretty
murder
dumb.
you. I will red wedding your ass right now.
Pretty dumb.
So this week we are talking about Game of Thrones, which we had this person leave a comment asking us to talk about. Bing. So thanks for the suggestion, this person. Bing. Also, there will be spoilers in this episode, so if you're not into that, go away.
Get out of here. What are you
Leave,
doing? Go
like,
somewhere else.
cover your ears.
What are you, all little snowflake? You
Close
need a
your
safe
eyes.
space. You can't handle people talking about Game of Thrones.
So Game of Thrones premieres this Sunday night, depending on when you're watching this. I am really, really excited. I love the show. I've read all the books. I'm wearing a sweatshirt with the Night King on it and Jon Snow. So I'm a huge fan.
I could not care less. I've never watched any of it. I haven't read the books. Doesn't seem that interesting to me. Don't want to watch it.
Why do you hate fun?
It's not that I hate fun, it's just like the show doesn't seem that interesting and it's already in like the 20th season or something like that, and so I just can't get into it. If I wanted to watch every episode, it would literally take me like 3 weeks of just sitting in front of my TV.
I think you could do it in 4 days.
I just don't have that kind of time.
Okay, so why is it not appealing to you? I mean, for me, it's got everything. It's got dragons, it's got zombies, it's got like sword fights and lots of sex scenes. It's got popular characters getting murdered at every turn. You don't know who to follow. It's got lots of people riding horses and pirates. I mean, what are they?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like too much. It's like too many horses. I mean, is it medieval times or is it magic?
It's a fantasy world.
Okay, well,
but it goes so much deeper than fantasy.
There's already enough of those.
The depth which George R.R. Martin has created and the amount of detail and backstory and characters, there's so much, it's so rich, the world that he's created, and you're missing out, Danny.
Yeah, it just sounds like a lot. It sounds like a big commitment. What you just explained, it just sounds like it would take up all my time and my mental capacity. I just don't want that. That's a whole cinematic universe would have to go somewhere in my brain, and I just want to use that for other stuff.
What are you reserving that space for?
Thinking about my dog. Also, doesn't the show differ from the books a lot?
The show has now surpassed where George R.R. Martin is in the books because he's fat and he's old and he takes a long time to write a book.
But that means it's straying from like the original world that you said was so good about it.
It's still in the world. The world's not straying. There's still dragons. There's still dire wolves. There's still Lannisters and incest. But
The incest?
yeah,
And that's one of the things that is great about the world. It's this fantastical world with dragons and incest.
spices things up.
You can ride a dragon and fuck your aunt.
I mean, if my sister was Lena Headey, I may go for it. I would push a kid out a window to bang Lena Headey. So who's your favorite Game of Thrones character?
Who's the kid everyone hates?
Carl from The Walking Dead?
No, there's the little kid king.
Oh, Joffrey.
Yeah,
He's your favorite?
he's the only one I know.
Joffrey. Good choice, good choice. He's poisoned at his own wedding. He dies a horrible death. It's really rewarding. When you get there, it's so great.
Really?
Yeah.
It's rewarding to watch a kid die?
Yeah, his eyes are bulging out of his head. Oh man, it's awesome.
Okay, so that's pretty awful to say.
I mean, everybody was waiting for it, and when it happened, I think people cheered.
How old is he?
He's like 14.
Yeah, and everyone was happy that he died?
He's a dick.
Okay.
He's a real dick.
I feel like every time I hear somebody talking about Game of Thrones, like, oh, did you watch the episode last night? Yeah, dude, I can't believe they killed off so-and-so. I feel like somebody dies every episode. Like, what's the point of getting attached to these characters? Seems like you know everyone in the show is gonna die. Okay, do you think that Game of Thrones is overrated at all?
No. I think it's underrated. I think it should just be the top rated.
This is your favorite show ever?
I'd say, yeah, I'd say it's the best show.
Ever.
Possibly the best show ever made.
Not true.
What would you pick?
I don't know. I don't watch enough TV to say. My favorite show is Rick and Morty, though.
Every house has a different motto. So like the House Stark, they have winter is coming. The Lannisters, they have the Lannisters always pay their debts. So mine would be my dog Gary on the flag, be all white, and his little black body with his weird white eye. And then it would say, "Are you gonna eat that?" So what would your house sigil be?
Mine would be like an interior of like a newly renovated farm-style home. Very cozy, master bedroom with a nice fireplace.
Yeah.
And a nice bed with me taking a nap in it. The little thing would be, it's nap time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is what flies over your army when you go into battle. So your army would be waving this flag with like this cozy home and you taking a nap going, it's nap time. It's also the thing that you say in like badass moments where you're like, House Gonzalez, it's nap time.
That sounds like something the guy from CSI or whatever would say
Yow!
when he's looking at a dead body laying in bed or something. I guess it's nap time.
Yeah!
Honestly, the catchphrase works.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to it.
If you had to kill one character, who would it be?
Jon Snow.
He already got killed, but he came back to life. You can't kill him again.
You can't kill him again?
No. It was too heartbreaking. They killed him the first time, came back to life.
But he can be killed again?
I don't know.
You'd revive Joffrey and kill him again?
Yeah, that's a great answer. I would bring Joffrey back to life and then I would kill him again. I just miss Hodor.
What? I don't understand the names of these people. Hodor?
The names are, well, Hodor's not his name.
What?
His name's not Hodor. He's just a simpleton who just can only say the word Hodor.
You just called him Hodor.
Well, yeah, but that's what he became called Hodor because all he says ever is Hodor. It's the only word that he says.
Are there other Pokemon in Game of Thrones?
Some of the acting isn't the best in Game of Thrones. I will call out the Sand Snakes from Dorne. They were just brought on for sex appeal, not great actresses.
Okay, so I know that you've been explaining all the good things the whole time, but literally all I've been hearing is that it's incest, it's watching children get murdered and being real happy about it, cartoon characters that only know how to say their own name and slap their bellies and...
Hodor.
Yeah, the intro is super long, even if the song's good.
But it's so great because the little towns are being built and you just get to see the whole map in the world and the song is awesome.
The acting is not good.
Acting's great except for those sand snakes.
I feel like the show makes people miserable. Like every week, like people are distraught because their favorite character died or something, or they're pissed because the evil guy didn't die. It's just, it takes over your life. Everybody's pissed all the time.
On your heartstrings. That's why you tune in every week to find out if your main character... I thought the show was about Ned Stark for the first season. It's not. Spoiler alert, he gets his head cut off.
None of the characters in the show are happy either.
I don't know. Littlefinger seems pretty happy with himself.
And it's just like, it just seems like it's cloudy all the time. It's always cold and...
Winter's coming.
Yeah. Did I say incest already?
You did mention incest.
I'm gonna count it twice because it's incest. And then every time I hear about a major plot point happening, it just seems like the good guys don't know how to win. Like they just are idiots.
I think it's pretty clear that Game of Thrones is full of awesome shit. There's dragons, there's dire wolves, there's pirates and epic sword battles. It's the most epic show I've ever seen. As far as an epic show, it's got everything.
Have you watched American Ninja Warrior?
Yes.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty fun.
So what would make you start watching Game of Thrones, Danny?
Well, first, I think you should make it a cartoon because everybody already sort of seems like cartoon characters. It's a very cartoonish setting.
Okay.
I'd make it more like science fiction-y instead of fantasy.
Okay.
So like more technological stuff, like traveling to different dimensions and stuff like that. Who's the really old guy?
Like Tywin Lannister?
Yeah, so I'd rename him Rick, and then he would be sort of an old mad scientist kind of guy. And who's the kid?
Like Bran?
Yeah, and then he would just sort of be this awkward 15-year-old kid named Morty, and he and his grandpa Rick would go on adventures together to different dimensions and stuff, and it would be this quirky kind of adventure thing. It would be called Rick and Morty.
Anyway, thanks for watching Unpopular Opinion. Let us know in the comments what you would like us to talk shit about next week.
We're always looking for stuff to shit talk.
So make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.